season for the Carolina Panthers in the Queen City as we fired head coach Ron Rivera today after 9 seasons, 3 straight NFC South titles, and an NFC Championship and a Super Bowl appearance in 2015. After that, it's been pretty much mediocre, some due to injury, losing Cam Newton last year to shoulder injury after 6-2 start kind of spelled doom there, and then this year with his nagging foot injury. But the nail in the coffin for Ron Rivera, in my opinion, were 2 back-to-back home losses to Atlanta and a lowly Washington Redskins team. Just unacceptable. And the fact that Ron Rivera has been calling plays on the defensive side of the ball the last 4 games, especially, it's been extreme struggle bus for the defense. 29 points allowed. We are the first team since the 2012 Detroit Lions to allow 5 yards per rush, which is just unheard of. It's like a Mack truck could go through some of those holes that the offensive line is creating, and at times it looked like our run defense quit, and sometimes even our defense, and somebody's got to be accountable for that, because it's just not been fun to watch at all, even though we've been very, very close in games. And let's be honest, if we gained 10 yards in 4 separate games, we could be talking about 9-3 and praising what Ron Rivera has done. Unfortunately, the ball didn't bounce our way, and some poor clock management has played a part in that as well, and that also falls on the head coach, and ultimately his seeming unwillingness to make adjustments when things start going poorly for either the defense or the offense kind of spelled doom for Ron. And just the fact of the matter is, yeah, we haven't had Cam Newton, and nobody's going to feel sorry for you. Injuries happen in football. You can look no further than what Mike Tomlin has done with basic replacement players in Pittsburgh after losing Ben Roethlisberger week 2 to season-ending elbow surgery. Juju Smith-Schuster and James Conner have been injured much of the season, and yet they're still 7-5 squarely in a playoff spot. So injuries happen, but you can still put your players in positions to succeed, and Mike Tomlin's done that, and Ron Rivera hasn't, and it just doesn't look fun to, it's certainly not fun to watch. It's not fun to play either, I'm sure, for the players, but it was definitely time for a change, and I appreciate that Dave Tepper doesn't accept mediocrity and wants long-term success for this organization. Let's remember one thing: we've had pockets of success, but we've never had back-to-back winning seasons so in our 25-year history. So I hope whoever we hire and get into our organization can change that. I hope it's an offensive-minded head coach just to get some creativity. We need offensive line and some younger pieces on the defensive side of the ball as well. So some of this falls on Marty Herney as well, not having success after the first 2 rounds of the draft the last 2 seasons. But I appreciate everything Ron Rivera has done for this organization. If it weren't for him and his Riverboat Ron stuff, we probably wouldn't have had as much success as we did. It was just time for a change, and I hope he lands on his feet. I'm sure he will, because he's very respected. Dallas Cowboys, Chicago Bears, who knows? He won't be out of a job for too long. But as always, keep pounding. Go Panthers. Can't wait to see what happens.